Hello there everyone, this is my glasses once again and welcome back to another video. So recently I went to my old house and found out something for you guys, and I can't believe myself that I did it like a decade ago. Can you see that? The data is also written over here. You can see it's 2009. So I was in school at that time. When I first looked at it, I was kind of shocked, and I was thinking I could do characters like these back then, but what happened to me now? I mean, when I think of doing characters, I get a fever. Like, I don't know why. I can like draw out of watching something, but in my head I cannot. Somehow there is something blockage, I guess, that stops me from, I don't know what it is, but it kind of stops me and it kind of bothers me. And today I'm thinking of getting off this limitation and redrawing this drawing and in its entirety, and maybe adding into some more depth to it so that it will look more mature of a person to draw like you, right? So let's jump right into it.
So this is the drawing, as you can see here, and it is dated back in the year 2009. As you can see here, it's almost, my camera couldn't properly capture it. So starting here with the basic shapes, as you can see, I'm just drawing the basic outline, and it is not to the mark. I'm telling you why, because I was doing something parallelly, so my focus was kind of drifting and kind of shifting to that. So that is why I'm sorry, guys. In the previous picture, the neckline was kind of absurd, so I had to adjust it, and also the floral pattern of the dress. You can see the hands looking so bad in here, but I will fix it in a minute. Though this is a long ago, but as far as I could remember, this was inspired from one of the Cinderella's episode. I think the ball gown, or it could be her wedding. So I just loved how the dress actually was, the actual dress was, the layers, the oversized hem, the floral patterns, everything attracted me so much to it. Now this one definitely is not an exact copy of Cinderella's dress, because I didn't saw it when I drew it. So I drew it in the year 2009, but initially when I first saw Cinderella, I was like, it was 2002 or 2003. So I just remember it, and out of memory, I just drew it one fine day as far as I could just remember and recognize about it. So I don't know if it can be wrong, maybe, but it is what it is. So I don't know if you guys like it, or you think that it is not looking anything like, but I can actually think of that it is from the same idea. The floral patterns gives me that kind of a vibe. Redrawing the neck portion, because the previous one sort of looked absurd to me, so I'm just finishing out and making it look proportionate than the previous one. Adding in hair strands to make it look full on the sides, and making it one by one so that it looks a little bit more realistic than the previous one. In the original drawing, I wanted to add in some hairstyle to it, because in Cinderella's era, they used to have different hairstyle, and to it, they used to add feathers, and maybe they used to wear a hat or whatnot, fascinators to be precise. But I couldn't do that, so I just added in more locks and style it with the layers, I think, for today's era.
Now I'm just fixing in the hat a little bit, because the hat is kind of pain in the bum. As you can see, it is not kind looking, and I was doing some
So I could not completely concentrate on the matter and somehow ended up doing some forced error to it. Collabs was one of the most important part in that era, so I thought of like adding in some collabs and the bow on the waist. That is life. Yes, I'm telling you, that is love. That's so big and so chunky and so beautiful looking. And the flower on the shoulder. And finally adding in the details of the face. Now I know this face looks bad. I'm so sorry because I'm not used to doing cartoon versions, but I will try myself doing more illustrations like this and adding in more definition to the hat and the shading throughout. So I'm planning on redrawing more childhood drawings, so let's make this a series. What do you guys say? Please don't forget to write it down in the comments and let me know how do you feel about this idea. By the way, I'm adding in more of the layers to make it feel a little bit of realism to it, but it's not realistic, you know. This is an illustration and you can see how bad I'm in it.
If you are still here, sticking by, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot with the engagement and stuff. And if you love my channel by so far, don't forget to subscribe and share it amongst your friends and let them know that a cool channel like this exists. And do write in the comments what videos you would like to see up next. Till then, be yourself and rock it.